In a time long past, there's a kingdom ruled by Prabu Sungging Perbangkara. The king liked to hunt. One day, after hunting, Prabu Sungging urinated on taro leaf. When he left, a female boar called Wanyungyang came and drank his widow. The boar did not know it contained sperm, so she got pregnant soon afterwards. Several months on, she gave birth to an adorable human baby girl. Wishing that the baby would be raised by her father, Wanyungyang licked her baby to clean her and put her on protruding stone in the bush. The boar's hope came true. That day, Prabu Sungging Perbangkara happened to pass by the place and heard the baby's cry. The king carefully walked towards a bush and found a tiny baby girl. He took the poor baby back to the town and named her Dayang Sumbi. He nurtured and raised the baby very affectionately, but he will never realize that it was his own biological child. Dayang Sumbi grew up being a charming girl. As if her beauty was not enough, she was adept in weaving and cooking. Many noblemen came with marriage offers, yet the princess chose to turn away from all of them. She was afraid that her accepting one of the proposal would cause wars among the men. Finally, with the king's permission, Dayang Sumbi secluded herself in a hut on the fring in a jungle, carrying her weaving tools. There, the princess spent her time weaving clothes. One night, Dayang Sumbi was weaving on the porch when a thread roll accidentally slipped out of her hut into the dark. It was late at night. She was too scared to take it. That's when she unconsciously uttered a vow.
Whoever takes my trade, if it's a girl, I will make her as my sister. If it's a man, I will marry him.
Beyond her expectation, suddenly a black dog showed up with a thread. Dayang Sumbi was very surprised to find that the one who picked up the thread was Tumang, a royal dog who was famous for being loyal and powerful.
I am the one who took it for you.
What? Are you Tumang? That means you will be my husband.
Miraculously, the dog turned into a handsome man. Dayang Sumbi was speechless to see that.
Who are you?
Said Dayang Sumbi.
I am incarnation of
Said
God.
Tumang. The two of them fell in love with each other and were since they involved in a romantic relationship. However, they want to keep their love a secret, including to Prabu Sungging Perbangkara. They live together in happiness. Dayang Sumbi called him si Tumang. Most of the time, he would be in his dog form. A year later, they had a son, Sangkuriang. The boy grew up a smart, tireless boy. Every day, he would go to the wood accompanied by si Tumang. Tumang told Dayang Sumbi,
Dayang Sumbi, please don't tell our child that I am his father.
not to tell Sangkuriang that Tumang was his father.
Okay, Tumang. I will not tell our child that you are his father.
Dayang Sumbi replied. Tumang always followed Sangkuriang wherever he went and taught him all magic he knew. Sangkuriang thought Tumang was just a pet. He did not know that Tumang was his father. One day, Dayang Sumbi asked Sangkuriang to go hunting to get deer's heart.
Sangkuriang, my child, go hunt in the forest with Tumang. We need the deer's heart.
Okay, Mom. I will bring you back the deer's heart. Sangkuriang went hunting. He wanted to give mother a deer's heart. It had been almost dark when he started to lose hope. He did not see any deer that day. Sangkuriang decided to give up and walk home. But then a deer ran past him. Quickly he commanded si Tumang to run after it. He shouted,
Tumang! After the deer!
An incident happened. Sangkuriang lost grip of the arrow. It thrust toward the dog and hit him right in the head. Si Tumang dead at once. Sangkuriang then took his heart for his mother. Dayang Sumbi did not know if it was Tumang's heart. In the hut, Then Sumbi cooked the heart and ate it. It was delicious indeed. But then she realized that si Tumang was not around.
Sangkuriang, where is Tumang? Wasn't he with you today?
Sorry, mother, but the heart you ate is his.
What did you say? You killed him? You wretched, ungrateful son!
Said Dayang Sumbi as she hit Sangkuriang with her spoon. Sangkuriang was wounded and bleeding. Sobbing in pain, Sangkuriang tried to defend himself. He did not feel guilty for he did everything for his mother. Dayang Sumbi did not share the same thought. Nevertheless, she insisted on keeping the truth about si Tumang a secret. The night, Sangkuriang was so sad, he left his house to stroll to any place his feet might take him. Since then, Dayang Sumbi liked to spend time sitting on the porch doing nothing. She regretted what she did to Sangkuriang every night. She prayed to God the Almighty for the return of her son. Sometimes, God heard her. Dayang Sumbi was bestowed with an eternal beauty. Her face would not wrinkle so that her son would recognize her when they meet again. Meanwhile, in the jungle, Sangkuriang struggled along while holding his wounded head. He fainted, falling on the ground. When he came, there was an old man sitting beside him.
Who are you? Where am I?
Be calm, young man. I am suffering. My name is Panggil. I found you in Ignatius and wounded in the woods. You are in my care.
The old man inquired into the identity of Sangkuriang. The young man, however, could not remember anything of his past. He even forgot his name. Ki Ageng then called him Jaka. He dreaded the young man. The inhabitant of the hut turned out to be a gorgeous woman. Jaka could not wink. When he first saw her, he was speechless. The woman smiled and blushed in front of the handsome young man. Apparently, she too found him attractive. She brought him a drink and had a chat with him. They soon fell in love with each other. By any time, Jaka did not know that the woman was Dayang Sumbi, his mother, who she did not realize her son herself. Next morning, when about to go hunting, Jaka asked his lover to tie and knit his headband. It was when Dayang Sumbi was taken aback to see a scar on his head.
Where did you get this scar, Jaka?
Jaka could not remember that. He just told Dayang Sumbi that a hermit found him unconscious and wandered in the jungle. It made her sure that her lover was her own son, Sangkuriang. Dayang Sumbi grew anxious. She would never marry her own son. She could not. She tried to convince him that he was her son and to break their relationship. Sangkuriang could not accept that. He was head over heels, blinded by passion. Seeing his son's insistence, Dayang Sumbi was now scared. She thought of very possible way to distance herself from him. An idea finally came across her mind. She would demand Sangkuriang to do something if they were to continue together.
Do you really want to be with me? If so, can I ask you something?
What are they? Just say it.
We are late in a boat. It must be done after the dawn tomorrow.
I'll do that. If that's what you want.
Said Sangkuriang confidently. Driven with his love, Sangkuriang applied his power and called his unseen friend to do the task. They began to dig the ground to pile big stones to dam up Citarum River. They also collected trunks to make a boat. Dayang Sumbi could no longer to stay calm. She rushed to the village and woke people up. She asked help from them to get a white and long red cloth and spread out on the east where Sangkuriang was working. The red cloth made it look like it was morning already. People also took out their roosters and let them crow. The spirit helping Sangkuriang thought the sun was rising already. They hurried to vanish to avoid getting burned, leaving the work undone. Sangkuriang was very angry when he found out he had been cheated. He knew that it was not morning yet and Dayang Sumi was behind all of this. He was infuriated. He said,
Who are you? Tell me the truth. You fault me. I fault you.
How can I marry you, my son? I am actually Dayang Sumi, your real mother.
Sangkuriang did not believe what he was hearing. He was very angry.
Impossible. I don't believe you. Impossible. No.
Using his power, he ruined the dam. In a very short time, water overflowed the place. He kicked the boat right away. It was flung up high and fell upside down. Over the time, it turned into a mountain. People now called the mountain Tangkuban Perahu, the river's boat.